Welcome. Today we're talking about how we can actually generate random emojis. So the first thing, I wanted to make it so I can make some random emoji for our project so we could have different symbols showing up when we create our rows of information. We're talking about our data project. And I want to make it so it's a little bit more fun and unique. And so I caught the idea of making some random emoji. And so since emoji are Unicode values, they're strings, they work directly inside Swift. You can easily access them and put them into strings. But I want to make it so I could get random ones out of it. And so we take a look at the actual Unicode library, and you'll find that Unicode stores the emojis in different groups or blocks on the Unicode system. And so what we need to do is we need to figure out which Unicode we want to use to actually use those emoji and make that happen. And so I came up with a couple methods we could use to actually generate some random emoji. And so I have my students actually take a look at finding the emoji that they like, identifying what their starting value is and the range of values that they're going along with that, so they can use it to actually create their own. And so we have this basic example right here, but you could definitely take this and do a lot more with it. We have our function generate random emoji, and of type is the exterior parameter, and emoji is the interior parameter. It's a string type, and it returns the string because emojis are strings we're working with. And so I let my current emoji be a string, so I get my default value started off. And I have a start and range values that are ints. Now, because the Unicode library uses hex addressing, we have to make sure we use the 0x as the prefix when we're talking about that, so we can get a hex address, so we can actually reference that value. And so I start off with simply using face as the default value, and its hex address is 1F601. And so there are a 79 in that range, and so that gives me that value. I can go through that, and so it's like, oh, I'm gonna have a set inside values of that. And so I'll have 79 in there that will actually range within that, so I can get 79 different face values. I did the symbol range, and that starts at 0x1f at 680 with 70 in that. And then I have a start of 0x1f400 for my default value. And I have my students pick at least one or two more different ranges of values for the different emojis, because there's so many cool emojis you can actually use for this. And then after we've got the ranges on that, we just have a different else if on that, so you can simply just get that value for the string evaluation, make that happen. And so we do let Unicode value, and we're going to do start plus, and we create an int from an arc for random uniform using an unsigned integer of that range to get a value that will fit within that range of numbers. And then we're going to take a current emoji, that value we defined up here at the very top of our method, and we're going to get the Unicode scalar of that. We're going to pass it that Unicode value we just got from that range of information from there. We're going to do the optional unwrapping on that, and from that resulting object, if it does exist, we'll get the description. And if there's not a description on there because we somehow got nil, we'll give a default value, in this case of my sad pukey emoji, because hey, if I can't find anything, yeah, I know it's pretty sad, but that's what we'll do. And so that gives us a default value. And then to go along with that, we have a random string, so I can simply return a random different string on that to say, hey, what kind of emoji do I want to use for my different structure? So I don't have to automatically pick it. I can simply just go, oh, pick a random emoji in any of these different types, and then send that random string to the method, and then go from there. And that just uses the arc for random and modulate by 3, 2, 1, whatever thing I'm working with, so I can get the appropriate number of options. So let's see this in action right here inside my dataview.swift. In my dataview.swift, I can see my generate an emoji of type face right here, and it gives me all these different face types, and so I see these really cool different faces, and it really makes it so I can do some fun stuff within my application, getting a random emoji for each of my different values I'm working with. I hope this is a helpful way to do that. Again, all you have to do to make that happen is look up and identify what the Unicode value is for that different emoji range, get that information there, make a quick little if-else sequence so you can generate a different value for each of those values, return the unwrapped description of that Unicode scalar, and you have a great emoji you can put in as a string. I hope this is helpful. Cheers, see you next time, and have a great day. Bye-bye.